My name is Charlie, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to build a professional website using Wix. Wix is one of my absolute favorite website builders. They have amazing designs, really great AI. And if you guys follow along step by step with this video, you'll have a functioning website in just about 10 to 15 minutes. A Wix website is perfect for a portfolio, for a business, for a blog, and pretty much anything. And while it may be a little bit intimidating to build a website, if you follow along with this tutorial, I'll show you exactly how to do it. And yeah, I'm super excited to see what website you build. So if you guys click on the link down below in the description, it's going to take you to this exact page. And this is where you're going to be able to get a free trial of Wix. If you use that link, you'll also be helping to support the channel. So I do want to say thank you so much in advance. So on this page, the first thing we're going to do is enter in our email address. It's super easy. We'll click on start now. And the great thing is that when you use that link down below, Wix is completely free to start. You guys can literally build your websites without paying anything. But later on in the video, I will show you their pricing plans if you do want to publish a website and have a custom domain, which I definitely recommend. You'll want to choose a password and then you'll click on sign up. And the first thing it's going to ask you is, who are you creating a website for? So there's two options. I'll select this one, but select accordingly, click continue. And a really cool feature with Wix is that they have this chat with AI function. And essentially what you can do is you can chat with AI to basically describe what type of website you're trying to build. And it's going to set up a bunch of parts of your website for you. So I'll show you really quickly how to do it. But if you want to bypass the AI step, you can always click on set up without chat. For any of these questions, you can skip it if you don't want to answer it. So I'm going to write something like this. I'm making a website about my marketing agency. The company is called CC Productions. We help businesses build social media. And if you are a little bit wary about AI, I was too, but it can actually save you a ton of time. It's getting really good. I definitely recommend using it if you value your time. It's going to ask us some follow-up questions. And as you can see, it's identified the site type, so marketing agency, and it also is going to identify which apps we want to have on the website. Once you're done, you'll click on end chat. It's going to prepare your dashboard using this AI conversation it had with you. And now you're going to be taken to your dashboard. So this is a cool little checklist that I recommend going through for anyone. As you guys set up your website and build it, you'll want to make sure that all these things, or at least any of these things that are applicable to you, are finished. For example, if you want to get a custom domain, I recommend doing that right here. You can set your working hours, your payment methods, also design your website, and it just makes it really easy to get set up, right? You just follow this dashboard checklist. Now over here on the left, you're going to have a bunch of different actions. So you have your home screen right here. And if you want to get to your setup dashboard, you'll click on setup. AI agents is a pretty cool feature. It basically helps you grow your business with their agents. But I will say you do need to have the paid plans. So I'm going to skip that for now. Once you guys actually publish your website, I recommend playing around with these different agents and exploring some of the more premium features because there are a ton and it's super, super worth the money. You also have your booking calendar. You can look at your different sales if you have a store. Here under catalog, you can put your different products, add different gift cards or discounts. Here's where you can add and manage your apps. And the first thing that I'm going to show you guys how to do is actually design your website. So to do that, let's come back to home. And here you're going to be able to edit your business info. So I recommend doing that. And then what we'll do is we'll come up here to design site, click on this button right here. And this is going to take us to the Wix website designer. Now there are two different ways that you guys can build your website with Wix. First is with AI to build your foundation. And as you can see, it's already generated a prompt since I already talked to the AI chat. And all I have to do is click on generate site here. And the second option, which I'll take you through, is just using one of their pre-built templates. So if you go down here, you can see these are all free templates that are included in your Wix plan. You can preview any of them, see if it makes sense for your business, and choose that. But yeah, for now, let me show you guys what it looks like to generate the site with AI. If it generates something that you actually don't like, you can always regenerate, or you can go back to using one of their pre-built templates. Now, in the many times I've used the AI builder, it usually takes about a couple of minutes. I promise you, it'll save you a ton of time. And I do want to note, it's very important that you don't leave the tab as the AI builder is building your site. It's going to create some problems and mess it up. But yeah, as you can see, it's building each section of our site for us. Okay, so now it's done building our site. And what you guys can do is preview what it looks like through here. Overall, I think this looks really, really good. I love that all the sections actually make a lot of sense for what I'm trying to do with my website. It's built out different sections that make sense for my business, and it's going to do the same thing for yours. And like our main call to action was to book a strategy call, and it does have that section here. We also have a decent looking footer as well as a decent looking header, but all the stuff is completely changeable. I view it as basically just a foundation for your website, and anything we want to change, we can absolutely change. If you don't like how it looks, you can always click on regenerate site. You can also click on change your site color. We can ask for different changes directly with the AI, and you can also do little tweaks right here, like replacing the background, changing the layout, as well as adding different sections. Now I'm going to close out of Aria, and this is basically going to be the main place where you design your site. Now, a little quick detour, if you don't want to use AI to build your site, at any time you guys can create a new site with Wix by coming here, clicking on create new site. Since I'm bypassing the AI, I'm just going to give a quick description of what our site is about. I'm going to ask us some questions. You guys can answer them or skip these. And the reason why this is important is that it's going to help you find the right apps to install on your website. Now, when we go this route, what we'll do is we'll choose a pre-built template. So instead of going here, you're going to scroll down here and look at some of these recommended templates that they have for you. I recommend clicking on see all. And as you can see, we're under marketing agency since this is what our website is about. So just go through these, look to see what fits the aesthetic or direction that you want to go in. They have tons and tons of pages. And the great thing with these templates is that if you choose one of them, the desktop as well as mobile sites will be very optimized. It's going to look great. These are all professionally built. And so it's pretty much just plug and play. I actually really like this template right here. So I'm going to click on this. We can click on view to actually preview it. You can also see what it looks like on mobile, which is very, very important. And if it checks out, you can go ahead and click on edit site. And that will be at the exact same place that we were at with the AI builder. Now, as you can see, we have two different sites. Just for this video, I'll go ahead and use the pre-built template. It's just going to be a little bit easier to show a bunch of the different things you can do, but choose which one you like better. Or if you use the AI builder first and you liked it, just use that one. On the site, we have our header up here. This is basically where your logo is going to be, as well as your menu, your navigation going to different pages of your website. At some point, you're going to want to change this, right? So if I click on this, I can choose where this links to, or I can customize the logo by clicking this button right here. You can use the Wix logo maker to actually build a logo. You can click replace logo right here, upload your own logo. And then here we have our little hero section. Obviously, you may want to change some of this text. So to change text, all you need to do is click on this section. If we double click this, we can easily add or remove text. Test, right? If I want to add that, I can do that. You can also change any of the design elements of this text. So we can change how big it is. We can change the font, the color, anything you want to change, basically, you can do it up here. If you want to drag this and move it somewhere else, you can also do that. But in my opinion, I don't think you should change too much because this may affect how the mobile site functions and looks. Here we have some running text right here. We can change this if we want by changing it here. You can also change the color by clicking on the container, clicking replace background, or changing it right here. Yeah, it's very, very easy and self-explanatory. Anything that you want to change, just click on the thing itself. For example, if I don't want this color background, I can absolutely change that. If you want to change this button right here, we can change it easily, changing where it goes to. We can customize the icon. We can explore different designs for the buttons. But usually these are designed in a way where everything flows pretty well. So I wouldn't change too much. A big mistake I made when I was making my first websites many years ago was just trying to customize everything to my liking. Yes, it is fun, but it kind of can get a little bit messy looking if you change too much. And to be honest, the function of your website is way more important than what it looks like. If you guys want to add a section, I'll show you how to do that very easily. You'll just come here to anywhere between two different sections and click add section. You can generate a section using AI. You can use a pre-designed section, or you can just add a blank section. I usually recommend choosing the design section. You'll be able to select from a bunch of different types of sections. For example, if I want to add a call to action, I can click on this right here. We can add a section that looks something like this. This is a Wix events and tickets section. So if you want to host different events, you can easily do that with this. Yeah, basically anything you want to build or add functionality for, Wix is going to have it. If there's any section that you want to delete, it's also very easy to do that. So for example, if I want to get rid of this about section, all I'll do is click on it right here. You'll see this container be highlighted. And what we'll do is we'll right click and click on delete. So that's going to delete that section. And at any point, if you want to undo that, just click on Apple Z or Command Z, and it's going to bring that section back. So I recommend just going through your homepage, changing out all the different things you want changed, adding different sections that you may want to have, and just playing around with the Wix editor. It's very easy to learn. And if you come here to this plus add button right here, you can see all the different elements that we can add to anywhere on our site. So for example, if I want to add this running cat, I can click on this and drag it to wherever I want to add it. We can change the size very easily. Let's say we want to put this cat right here. Now you have this cool little cat on the top right here. I think it looks pretty cool. And yeah, there are tons and tons of different elements you guys can add. It's also going to show you recommended apps, different types of business solutions. It's very, very fun to play around with, and I highly recommend just pausing this video or doing this later on. Now, if I click on this button right here, it's going to show us our current domain. I do recommend connecting a custom domain at some point because having a website that looks like this is not professional looking at all. So you're going to want to do that. You can edit the information about your company. You can also edit your brand. So basically these are going to be the colors as well as the fonts. If you want to optimize your SEO, you can do that here. Clicking on My Business here also allows you to check out any of your bookings. You can basically run a big part of your business actually here within Wix. So it kind of functions as like a CRM. You can also manage your blog right here. Yeah, like I said, events, pretty much anything you want to do, you can add it through apps. So for example, we have our Instagram feed right here. And yeah, you can also use their AI, so Aria, to do different changes for you. So you can literally talk to it. And let's say we're done with editing our homepage. What we'll now do is come here. Let's say we want to edit our about page. So we'll click on that. The about page is actually extremely important. It's one of the most viewed pages for any website. So I definitely recommend spending some time and making your about page look good and have a good impression on your clients. Here you'll want to change out the images, of course, changing out the text. You may want to add a section. So for example, if we choose design section, let's choose about and do something like this, add section. Now we have this little place where we can add different text. If you want to add a form, it's also very easy to do. You'll just want to double click on this. You'll be able to customize the different form fields you want to have in your form. For example, first name, last name. We can do something like a long answer. Of course, changing this to explain what services you're interested in. And there you have a very simple form. We'll now come back here and click on choose form, and we'll choose that form that we just created, and that's going to populate it right here. Now, as you can see, this is our current menu. We have a home page, a works page, about page, contact, and blog. If I click on this menu right here, we can actually manage what shows up on the menu. So we'll click on this button right here, and you can see these are our current pages. If you want to hide any of these, you'll just click on these three dots right here. We'll click on remove from menu, or you can choose anything else. Let's also remove notifications as well as events. If you want to add a new menu item, you'll just click on this. We'll click on site pages. Let's say we want to re-add the blog. Let's click on that. Add to menu, and there you go. Again, whatever page you want to edit, you'll just click here and you'll select whichever page. So I can change the design on any of these pages here. And yeah, one thing I always recommend doing is making sure that your website looks good on mobile. So what we'll do here is click on this mobile button. If you guys are customizing your website a lot, customizing the template, it may affect how mobile looks. So you'll want to definitely make sure that it looks solid on a phone. This looks good to me, so I'm gonna go back and check out my homepage. As you can see, our homepage has this section here, events, at the top. I actually don't want that here, so I'm gonna move this section down. Now we have our normal hero section with this picture. It looks a lot better. And just go through and make sure everything looks okay. Now, once you're done building your website, you're gonna want to click on publish. Click on this publish button right here. And now your site is live. Now, the next really main important step that you'll want to do is connect your domain or get your custom domain. So we'll click on this button right here. With any of their annual plans, you do get a free domain for 1 year. So for me, that's a no-brainer. It's going to recommend some domains that are tailored to our website. But of course, you can just use this and try to find whatever you want. So let's see if I can get cc.com. So it seems like CC Productions is taken, but CC Publications is available. You can also choose different endings for your domain. So for example, if I want to do a .biz domain, I can do that. Not every one of them is free or included in your plan. So I just recommend choosing one that fits the best. For now, let's just go with the ccproductions.com. We'll click on get, and we're for sure going to want to get the premium plan so that we can have the custom domain. I don't recommend using your website if you have the generic name there. It just is not professional at all. And for me, this is a must-have. So we'll click on continue. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, the plan prices may be a little bit different. There also may be a pretty big discount if you used my link. But essentially, there are 4 main plans to choose from: the light plan, the core plan, the business plan, and the business elite plan. Now, this plan's only for people with big e-commerce sites who are selling a lot of products. So I don't think most of you guys will need this. I would say for most of you, the business or core plan is going to be the best. The core plan gets you 5 collaborators. The business plan gets you 10 different ones. So these are team members that can help you build your site. Now, there's a bit of a difference in terms of storage space. But with both of these, you can accept payments. And with the business one, you get the standard e-commerce, while with the core plan, you get the basic e-commerce. But yeah, this is a complete must if you are going to build your site with Wix. It's also very affordable. The amount of money that a well-functioning website that's professional looking can bring to your business is insane. And that's why having a good website is an extremely high return on your investment. So just for this video, I'll go ahead and select the core plan. I think for 99% of you guys, these 2 plans are going to be the best. It's going to ask you how long you want to have your billing cycle for. Now, the longer you choose, the more money you are going to save. So for this video, I'll go ahead with the yearly plan. We'll continue to checkout. And now you're going to enter in your credit card information as well as your invoice details. Once you click on submit purchase, you're going to have access to your custom domain and your site will be fully ready to send to clients or whoever else. But as you can see, here is our fully built website. I think it looks spectacular. It's a really nice, clean, professional looking theme. All you need to do is basically go in, customize it with your logo, your images, and your text, as well as creating any pages that you want to have for your business. And if you guys follow along with the video already, you already have a really great foundation for your site. Guys, I cannot stress how amazing site builders like Wix are. If you compare building a website today versus what it was like building a website like 15, 20 years ago, it is completely different. And the amount of time it saves you while building a super professional looking website, it just makes so much sense to use a website builder like Wix. And before I forget, if you go back to your main dashboard, if you want to add any different apps to your site, you can see which ones are currently, installed. And you can also explore the entire app market by clicking on that button and seeing all the different categories. And yeah, you can basically add any type of functionality you want to your Wix website. Some of these are going to be available on the free plan. Some of them will require the premium plan. And so, for example, if you want to add WhatsApp marketing, right, being able to send WhatsApp messages, we can click on this and you'll click on add to site. So I don't have a Wix store yet, so I can't do that, but it's super, super easy. There's also more advanced stuff that you guys can do. So for example, if you come here to marketing, Wix actually has a ton of different tools to help you get ranked on Google and other search platforms. You can go through all this stuff, connect it to your Google Search Console account. You can even run Google Ads through here. Yeah, these are a bit more advanced, so I'm not going to cover them in this video, but just know that all this functionality exists here in your dashboard for this site. And if you want to check out your analytics to your site, you can click on analytics. Wix is really powerful tools that help you understand who's coming to your website, who's engaging, the performance. You can even look at the behavior of the site visitors. And so yeah, these are all features that I do recommend taking advantage of once you have your site fully built. So there you have it, a full tutorial on how to build your website using Wix. Wix is one of my favorite platforms for a reason. They just have really clean designs. It's very, very easy to build a site. And as you saw, if you just followed along with the video, you basically have the whole foundation for your site already. And there's literally unlimited things you can do with your Wix website. Extremely powerful, very good pricing in my opinion. And again, the link will be down below in the description to check out Wix. That link is going to give you this free trial as well as any of the best discounts happening when you're watching this video. If you're a new entrepreneur, I do recommend checking out some of the other videos on my channel. I do a ton of videos about entrepreneurship, building websites, personal finance, and just stuff to help you guys live a financially successful life. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys got some value from the video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.